You ready to let the games begin? Oh, baby, cause I'm ready. When I'm hard, get set, here we go. Check it. Girl, I want you to stay so we can play this little game we play. You go hide and I will sleep. Let me be the one to make you breathe. Yeah, baby.
Boy, I really wanna stay and play that little game you play. But you...
Hello, Leo. This is Terra Queen Jamila. Hello, guys. Welcome to your May-June 2018 love reading for the lovers. But if I see something for the singles, I will call it out for the singles. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you need a private reading or other spiritual work. The link to my website is below. And I'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, if this reading doesn't resonate for you, you can go and look at your rising sign. If you see something coming up, though, like a lot of people get angry when they see some negative cards during their reading. And so, yeah, I say tune into your general readings as well, because sometimes the general readings will explain a lot of the things that you see during the love reading too. So anyway, I am going to call, a card flipped over, the Knight of Pentacles. I'm going to call to the spirits and spirit guides for the Leos. What messages do you have for May, June 2018? What energies are they taking into May? So we have a full moon in Scorpio, actually. And then we'll be coming out of Mercury retrograde. Okay, so spirits, what are you seeing for the Leos in their love life or in their relationships for the month of May? The energy they're going to take into the month of June, and what are you seeing happening for the month of June, and then outcome for June. Okay, for the Leo, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, May, June 2018. All right, sorry about that, Leos. Okay. All right, so as you can see, May looks like a pretty rough month for the Leos. The energy that you're taking into the month of May for a lot of you Leos is the Eight of Swords. And what the Eight of Swords represents is when you're not sure about something. Sorry. A lot of you Leos are feeling some type of way about a third party involved in the relationship. You're feeling some type of way about that person. I feel like a lot of you Leos are either dealing with an air sign or either a fire sign. Just looking at the cards that you got, because you did get Justice. This is actually Temperance. I'm sorry, Temperance. So going into May, you're dealing with some kind of codependency. I feel as though it is a third party. It's definitely some kind of third party, because the Three of Swords comes up. You can definitely see that. Temperance is representing, I feel like Temperance represents the issue needing to be worked out. Okay. Feel like somebody either cheated or did something, whatever it is. I feel like you're working it out during the month of May. Spirit, give me some clarity on this Three of Swords, please. Okay, so the Ten of Wands comes up. I don't know why my son is just, everybody just being so loud today. Good Lord. Spirits, give me some clarity on the Seven of Wands. Feel like a lot of Leos this month are going to be setting some boundaries in their relationship. Feel like this is where you say, hold on, wait a minute, something's going on. You're feeling, I feel like with the Temperance card coming up, I feel like you're feeling like you're giving too much of yourself. Like there's something happening energetically. Psychic vampirism is what I'm sensing. Going into May is what I'm sensing. Psychic vampirism. Especially with this Eight of Swords coming up right here. So I feel like it does, the Eight of Swords does sort of represent coming out of mental bondage, and you can see clearly that is what's going on. I feel like the Three of Swords, it could represent a third party involved in the relationship, but it could also involve an ex-lover, somebody that's sort of close to the family, somebody that's close to your situation. They seem to be very codependent. So about the second week, I can see definitely a lot of Leos, saying putting the brakes on things to get stuff clarified. So I feel like the third week or the second half, with this Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands, I feel like somebody might be finding out about a third party, possibly. Spirit, give me some clarity on the Page of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. Yeah, the Magician comes up. Yeah, Leos, I feel like you guys are feel like a lot of you are dealing with another fire sign. And if you're dealing with another fire sign, they're trying to put way too much pressure on you. And I feel like this is what you're dealing with. I feel like a lot of you Leos are, it's like a power play. It's a power play in the relationship. It really is. And you can see clearly where, first of all, you can see these are all masculine cards. All of these are masculine cards with an exception of Temperance. Okay, Temperance represents balance. So you can really, really see where, especially a lot of you fire sign people, you Leos, you're butting heads with another Leo possibly. They could be an air sign or another fire sign, Aries in particular, or either a Aries or either a Sag. Okay, going into June though, because I feel like if this is a relationship, I feel like this is something that you're going to overcome, but I feel like it's really, really hard and difficult because somebody's being controlling, and I feel like a lot of you Leos are saying, hey, wait a minute, this is your spirit guide, the King of Wands. And I feel like also another spirit guide is saying to you to not allow anybody to manipulate you. Okay. And so a lot of you Leos are dealing with that. You're dealing with somebody being very manipulative of you, the relationship. And I feel as though you're saying to them, hey, I've been taking care of myself for years. This is how I do it. If you don't like it, then you can go. Okay. So I feel like it's that kind of energy. Now, The energy that's going into the month of June, I feel like it's going to be for the betterment of the relationship, because whoever you're dealing with, they are really, 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 and they won't take no for an answer. Okay. And it's almost like they're always second guessing you. That's just, I had somebody do that to me today. Okay. In particular about scheduling appointments. There is a reason why I do things the way that I do. If you want me to go ahead and do your reading anyway, just ask me. But don't try to guilt me or try to berate me into forcing me into doing something, because, after 5 or 6 o'clock, I'm not doing any more readings. And so I think it just, so it's called boundaries. It's called putting up boundaries and saying, hey, listen, I can do this within reason, because really the reason why is because I have to balance out work and life. I'm not going to sit here and do readings all night long. I do things for like that for a reason, so that I'm not scattered and I'm not all over the place. That's the reason why I do that, to keep my stuff running smoothly. Okay. And so the rules are the same for everybody. Okay, if I were to make the rules different, then that would be considered discrimination. So as a business owner, I have to be careful with that. And I'm actually going to talk about this a little bit later, which is really not necessary. But, anyway, the Two of Cups comes up, the King of Coins, the Knight of Wands, and the Star card. So I feel like Leo, if you're having, and this is specifically for the Leos that are having issues with either somebody trying to overpower you, somebody trying to puppeteer you. I mean, this person literally today was just so very out of pocket. I mean, honestly, and I'm not going to reschedule you. I'm not going to reschedule. I'm not going to do your like, I don't do it that way. If you miss your appointment, you have to reschedule. I don't care about how many days it's going to be. Okay. And I had a person that was really, really rude to me today. And it's the same scenario. Well, why can't you just do it right now? Because I'm taking a dump. That's why. So you're putting up those boundaries. You're saying, because I got to take care of me. I have a family. That's the reason why I don't do readings do personal private readings at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. Because I have a family to tend to. Okay, so, it's just the way that it is. So going into that, you've got this is the Emperor going into the month of June. So this is where I feel as though the Emperor does represent the Leo. The Emperor does represent the Leo. In this case, it is a fire sign card, but I feel as though what the Emperor represents is stability. It's very unstable. People that are controlling are very unstable. They're very unstable. You can see right here with the Ten of Wands, what you're dealing with is a competition in the relationship. Who can manipulate who? Who can make who do what they want them to do? Okay, who can pressure and berate somebody? Okay, so that's not good either. So I'm seeing the month of May being this where you're saying, hey, you're not going to do this to me. Either Leo is doing it, or it could be vice versa. Whatever the case is, I feel like the Emperor shows that somebody has matured in the situation. Okay, it's kind of like, grow up, quit whining. It is what it is. Things are the way that they are because of the way that they are. Okay, if people didn't have or run their schedules the way that they did, everything would be all over the place. Okay, so Two of Cups comes up, and that represents, feel as though the energy is definitely going to shift in the relationship. Some of you single Leos are going to meet either an Aries, a water sign, or an earth sign. Okay, so if you're single, I see love coming in. I see new partnership, a new lover coming in the month of June. The King of Pentacles comes up. This represents stability, grounding. Okay, so you could be dealing with an earth sign. If you are, I feel as though they have learned their lesson by June. You know, if you're a Leo and you're going through, you're in an ongoing relationship with somebody else, I feel like things are improving. I feel like the month of May is going to be all about growth for the relationship. Okay, now those of you that have lovers that they just don't want to respect what you say, especially if they're fire signs, there could be a problem. It could be where, you know, Leo may decide, you know, I can't deal with this. So some of you may be dealing with some Leos that could be possibly, you know, the magician could represent endings, you know, just with this this 10 of wands and this 3 of swords. Okay, because somebody, you know, the 10 of wands represents when somebody in a relationship wants to be in control all the time. Even if they're wrong, even if they, you know, did something, they want to be in control. They want to blame it on you. They want to put it off on you. Okay. Make you carry all the burden, you know. And then also, okay, so anyway, moving on. In June, also, you can see with the Knight of Wands and the Star card that there is going to be some change and some healing. Okay, so those of you that are dealing with a fire sign, I can see possible breakups, possible Leo saying, nope, I can't deal with you, and then them coming back and making the situation a whole lot better. So even if it's a fire sign, I do see a lot of things probably coming up. I can see you working out your issues all month, but you can see where this fire sign person comes in towards about the third week, probably around the middle to the end of June. Okay, now your final outcome, Leo, is the 10 of Cups, which is very, very good, represents being in a good emotional place. It represents, you got the Star card coming up here. That represents just feeling very healed. Something really, really good is going to happen for you guys. I can see that, especially in your relationship and just in your love life in general. Um, Spirits, give me some advice for the Leos right now. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles comes up. A lot of y'all, the answer to your question is going to be grounding, and then also to stop being insecure. I feel like a lot of you Leos are dealing with insecurity in general. Okay, and insecurity is not good. Insecurity will turn you into a crazy person. Insecurity will, it's an imbalance of your solar plexus chakra. Okay, it's an imbalance, and that imbalance also causes heart issues, heart arrhythmias, because you're wanting to be in control all the time. That's not going to do you any good. Vice versa, some of you are dealing with an earth sign that wants to be in control all the time. Okay, they just want to manipulate, and you just do whatever they say, and that's not possible. It's not possible. You know, either do you want a relationship, do you want a lover, or do you want a puppet? Okay, do you want a relationship, do you want a lover, or do you want a puppet? Is the question. Some people are not looking for a lover. Some people are looking for a puppet. And it's because if they don't get their way, if they don't get to control that situation right then and there, then they're not happy. Okay. So anyway, I do see things as turning out for the best. Again, Leo, I feel like you're going to be working on this issue during the month of May. For the Emperor to come up, it's not that your lover is going to leave or anything. The Emperor says to you, Leo, that your lover is in it for the long haul. They are making a commitment. They are making a commitment. However, you can see this struggle in the month of May, where you can see where Now, the magician could be somebody outside of the relationship trying to manipulate. It's a possibility. So if that's the case, then you really need to put up your protection. You really need to, do the work that you need to, to deal with that. To deal with that. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, Leo. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And if you need a private reading, the link to my website is below. Thank you for watching. Blessed be.